Europe and wider. I mean, I don't know if I like this name anymore. Trent's other half, the Bellingham family, not Jude this time, Jobe. So another Bellingham heading to Dortmund. This time, Jobe Bellingham on a 5-year contract. Now, I've got to be completely honest about that. I don't really watch, the Championship too often. I haven't seen him too often. Didn't think he was that great in the Championship playoff final, which was a terrible game anyway. So I think people are jumping to this, that he's going to be a young superstar, isn't he? That he's going to be the next one. It's going to be history repeated. Don't see it at all. But if this Bellingham approaches any of our youngsters or young players, he can get to. So we'll see what happens here. This one, ladies and gents, this is, for me, one that's not getting much coverage in the UK, but is a big move. Franco Mastantuono. Now, we've had Tom Robinson on this pod before, South American expert, so shout out to Tom around this, that this kid, this young Argentinian, is special. And it's been a two-way battle for this kid between the riches of PSG and Real Madrid. They were not paupers by any means, but you know what they're trying to get there. And they seem to have won the race. Real Madrid, as Fabrizio Romano says there, they are closing on a deal, expecting that here we go soon. Personal terms agreed. It's a 45 million euro clause. Now, I was kind of referencing him at the top of this show because all that talk around people going, if we don't get works done, someone will nip in. Well, we said about City making it clear they've pulled out, and Cherky and other moves they're going for. We talked about everyone at Bayern making it clear they've pulled out and the moves they're trying to sort at the moment. If you look at this as well, people were concerned that when Xavi went across to Real Madrid, could they nip in? Could they be the ones? Well, they're just signing a young, can play on the wing, but also an attacking midfielder now, aren't they, as well? So that's their money taken up. We nicked 10 million of it for Trent as well. So this story, whilst it's not directly linked, you could argue, people, it should be a little bit of comfort for you. Yeah. Really important, that one. So yeah, that's the big money move that's kind of, I think, going under the radar a little bit at the moment, but we'll see. I tell you what's not going to go under the radar is everything Saudi related this week and all the way through till Tuesday the 10th at 7 p.m. These boys are going to be on it, and they're going to be on it hardcore. They've already started. They've got that new coach, haven't they? Straight away after the Champions League final, Simone Inzaghi is now the head coach of Al Hilal. He is in place for the Club World Cup. So that is one done. I'm probably going to lose track of the names because there's that many they've tried for and that many they're going for. The rejections are stacking up a little bit, aren't they? Victor Osimhen has rejected them. He's rejected that move to Al Hilal. And in fact, Galatasaray look like they're going to absolutely annihilate their wage structure and record to get Victor Osimhen there permanently. That is what they're trying to do. It seems the only one that he's linked with as well, the only one that's there. So I think the expectation is Victor Osimhen ends up there. Now, because, and a few are putting this about Núñez, just in case you're joining late, I said at the top of the show, we've asked, we've harangued, we've checked as many people as we can around Darwin Núñez to Al Hilal, just not getting it. So it is hope. Yeah, of course, I think we all want that, but we do not have anything on it, being completely honest, right as we stand this second. Other rejections, though, we said Bruno Fernandes, he's rejected them, hasn't he? So that one is down the pan. Also, Theo Hernandez. AC Milan, that one also looks like it's set to be a rejection. So the Saudis don't care. They will just move down the shopping list. They're trying to get things done rapidly. And I'm sure many of you have seen the reports. They've already turned to Edison, the Atalanta and Brazilian international, a player that we've looked at before, well, allegedly under Jurgen Klopp. Maybe an alternate universe he is playing for us. But the Saudis are in for him. The other name that maybe, I don't know if it surprised you, but we mentioned Ange going. Son. A lot of the Saudi clubs are in for Heung-min Son. So I think there's a real expectation that he will go there for sort of one final payday, one final money move, if you want to call it that. And if he does, I wouldn't blame him at all. Because let's be honest, Son's been a brilliant servant for Tottenham. You know, a great reputation. He was one of those back in the day, if we're honest. And this is going back a while. You even thought about him as a Mane replacement, didn't you? But a few years ago, just to be clear. I think you're seeing Son now a bit like De Bruyne. The legs have gone, haven't they? So, yeah, that is fully expected to happen. A couple of others that may be moving out, or one in, one out, if you want to call it that. We're trying to get Osimhen in. The plan was actually for Al Hilal, as a lot of people have seen the reports, Alexander Mitrovic. Do you remember him? The former Fulham boy, looking at moving him out. So we'll see if anything happens with him. Even on loan, possibly, has been suggested. So we'll see what happens there. And then the only other name that, again, maybe an alternate universe who's playing for us, Feyenoord centre-back, David Hanko. He has agreed that deal there. It's all pretty much agreed. So, yeah, there we go. There is a lot going on in the Saudi world. And just to be clear, you do think right up until Tuesday, the 10th of June, 7 p.m. And I know there's a second window coming, as people will talk about, but that's the one before the Club World Cup, isn't it? That's where they can get players in. That's where they can do a lot of trading. They are trying to make their moves as quickly as possible. And it will be interesting to see, does Inzaghi ask them for anyone specifically, or really try and push anything? I think if I'm pronouncing it right, the veteran into centre-back is Serbi, is it? The one who scored the equaliser against Barcelona. He was linked, but that's been shut down as well. So we'll see if anything develops more with that. And the last one, Italy. Yeah, Italy is a buzz at the moment, isn't it? With veteran midfielders, retired midfielders, all sorts of things. Maybe in a typical move, Luka Modric looks like he's going to end up on a free transfer at AC Milan. It all feels a bit 2010 onwards, doesn't it? Do you remember when they used to get Cafu, Rivaldo, Ronaldinho, all those players that were veteran midfielders or veteran attackers all ended up at AC Milan back in the day? And maybe it just feels like that, a bit of history there. But Luka Modric is expected to end up going back, to AC Milan there. In terms of outs of AC Milan, I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name wrong again. But there you go. Someone's put it. Beckham, even the day. Ibrahimovic. Yeah, absolutely. That type of era. Mike Mangin, I think it's pronounced, the goalkeeper. He wants Chelsea. He wants to leave out of there. Chelsea. Sweeney Todd wants his 86th goalkeeper on the boot, on the books, doesn't he? I mean, Chelsea just stacking up goalkeepers galore. But the latest report suggests there's a massive gap, as in Chelsea value him at about 10 million. Because of the time left on his contract. AC Milan looking for 30. That is a big gap to breach, isn't it? So we'll see if anything happens with that one. So on the screen there, if you were commenting in the chat panel, Christian Kivu. Do you remember him? Centre-back, Romanian, used to wear the skull cap, didn't he? First player I can really remember doing that at the same time in football as well. He is set to leave Parma to be the new manager at Inter Milan to replace Simone Inzaghi. He is definitely not the first choice, because the first choice was, I'm sure many of you saw it, Cesc Fabregas, wasn't it? who's been doing well at Como, seems to enjoy a lot of freedom. And it is one I wouldn't have minded seeing. Is maybe he's thought, who knows, a bit like Xavi, it's too early to make that next move just now. So Cesc is staying where he is, and Christian Kivu is set to be the new manager at Inter Milan. So honestly, ladies and gents, there is just 1,000,001 things going on. And before this deadline, Tuesday, the 10th of June, 7 p.m., me and Trev will have another show for you. We absolutely promise and guarantee you that. Hopefully, the mic, whoever it is, the gremlins are fixed, so we'll see you there. But just for those who've missed the Liverpool news, we have signed a new youngster. Pesky, I think Ben Boxat told us it is. What I worry about his name later, but 1.5 million. So a young keeper has arrived through the door. In the biggest news, really, though, we're all expecting or hoping for things around Milos Kerkez. But maybe most importantly, the news is starting to come out of Germany quite a bit, isn't it? That the negotiations for Florian Wirtz are nearing completion. Yeah, even possibility of a medical early next week. Excitement all around. And there is genuinely that much excitement. I'm even just going to refresh just to check there is no stories as we speak, because I won't mind a sort of a bomb as we're talking. But no, all the same, that everyone is now just waiting. Does something break this weekend? And there's plenty to look forward to. We'll see if Wirtz is playing for Germany in this third, fourth place playoffs against Ibu. Let me see if there's any looks or exchanges there. We'll see if anything develops this weekend. But come on, it's exciting time to be a Red, and you can all get over it. You can all do the, oh, I'm sick of 99.1, 99.2, 99.3% complete. It'll happen when it happens. But Liverpool look nailed on to have Florian Wirtz and Milos Kerkez in their colours before the start of next season. It's an exciting time, ladies and gents. Hopefully, that steered you quite nicely into your Friday night. But on Friday, the 6th of June, minus my colleague, which was sad, so hopefully we'll have Trev back for the next one. That was another transfer show special.